So magnesium metal reacts with oxygen gas, producing magnesium oxide. So let's go ahead, write first the first substance. So we have magnesium metal. Because magnesium is just on its own, all we need to do is look up on the periodic table what is its symbol. So magnesium on the periodic table is Mg. So we're going to write its symbol Mg. And because it's metal, when you see the word metal, that means automatically it is solid. Remember, magnesium is on its own, therefore you don't need to put any charges or any oxidation numbers. You don't have to use that because it is on its own. So just write it as a symbol. No numbers, no letters. Okay, just Mg. And then the solid, of course, because it's metal from the word here given. The next one is reacts with. When we say reacts with, the symbol for reacts with is a plus. Okay, so reacts with. The next one is oxygen gas, so just oxygen. Now, let's figure out what is the symbol of oxygen. Oxygen is capital O, and that is oxygen, just oxygen. However, oxygen is part of the 7 special diatomic molecules. It's part of the list. It's here. So if it's part of the 7 special ones, we need to put a subscript 2 after it. So 2 should be written automatically after oxygen. And because it says gas, so we need to put another subscript G enclosed in parentheses. That's the G there for the gas. Next is the word producing. Producing means we're going to write an arrow going to the right. Producing. And the producing is magnesium oxide. This is our substance now, magnesium oxide. So what is magnesium oxide? Now, if there are 2 names in the substance, it means we're going to use the oxidation numbers because there are 2 names, and then we're going to crisscross them. So let's go ahead and crisscross them. We'll put it as a scratch, okay? I'll place it here. So magnesium first is the first element. So I'm going to look up magnesium in my given oxidation numbers. So magnesium is obviously here, and the charge is 2+. So we're going to write it down as Mg2+. Then the next name is oxide. Oxide comes from oxygen, and oxygen is here. It's given. So all we need to do is write it beside magnesium, and then we're going to put 2 negative there. That's the charge. So what do we do next? The next thing we need to do is we're going to crisscross the oxidation numbers. So remember, the crisscross is we will only crisscross the numerical values. The 2 from Mg will go as a subscript of 2. And the 2 from oxygen will become a subscript of Mg. However, there is a rule in chemistry that when we crisscross the same numerical values, we need to simplify it and reduce it to 1. So 2 and a 2 will be cancelled out, and they will all be reduced to both becoming 1. Therefore, the result of this will just be Mg 1, no need to write the 1, and then O, which is also 1, so there's no number written. So MgO is the chemical formula of magnesium oxide. So MgO, we will copy it here as our product, MgO. And that is for the 4th example. So it says zinc metal reacts with hydrogen chloride producing zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So first and foremost, let's underline all the substances involved in this reaction. The first substance is just zinc. So just zinc. Metal is not part of the name. So just zinc. And then reacts with hydrogen. Look at the second name. There's hydrogen and then chloride. Hydrogen chloride. Producing zinc chloride, so that's two names again, and hydrogen gas. Gas is not, it's not part of the name, so just hydrogen. So we have all these substances underlined, and so we're going to figure out one by one how they're written properly. So let's start with the first substance. It says zinc metal, so just zinc. So that means our task is just to look for the symbol of zinc on the periodic table. Zinc has a chemical symbol. Zinc metal is Zn only, so capital Z, small n. So zinc, and because it's metal, automatically that is solid. So zinc solid. The next one is reacts with. The word reacts with means plus. Okay? So the next substance we need to look for is hydrogen chloride. Two names, hydrogen and chloride. So that means two names. We're going to use the oxidation numbers here to be able to crisscross because there are two names. So hydrogen, let's pick up which is hydrogen among the three here. Obviously it's the H because it's hydrogen. So that's going to be H plus. And then chloride, among the three, obviously chloride is the Cl negative here. So that is Cl negative side by side the hydrogen. So both of these are just with no numbers, meaning they're just both 1. So we are crisscrossing only subscripts of 1. So if we're crisscrossing and both of which are 1, so hydrogen chloride is simply HCl with no numbers. So hydrogen chloride is written as HCl. So that is plus HCl. There's nothing written here to tell us if it's solid, liquid, gas or AQ. So that means just leave it alone. Just leave it as it is, if it's not indicated in the statement. Okay? The next word is producing. Producing. So producing is an arrow going to the right. And after that, we have zinc chloride. Two names. So zinc chloride. We will now figure out what is the symbol of zinc chloride. So zinc first. Two names, that means we're going to look at the oxidation numbers here. So zinc is Zn2 plus. So we're going to write Zn2 plus. And then chloride is again Cl negative. So Cl negative there. And then we're going to crisscross the oxidation numbers. So the 2 goes as a subscript of Cl. And then the 1 here, no number means 1, will go to Zn. And so the final result of the crisscrossing will become Zn. And because it's a 1, we don't need to write the 1, to be followed by Cl and then subscript 2. So that's going to be Cl subscript 2. And so that becomes our zinc chloride to be written after the arrow. So zinc chloride is there. And then after that is the word and. So that's plus. And so lastly, it's hydrogen gas, just hydrogen. So that means we are not going to look at the oxidation number because it's alone. So just write the symbol of hydrogen, and hydrogen is H. However, if the element is alone, please watch out for the list of the 7 special diatomic elements or diatomic molecules. Hydrogen is the first in the list. It's here. So therefore, hydrogen should carry a subscript of 2. So we will put 2 here. because it's part of the special 7 and there's the word gas, so that means G has to be placed there. It says here, solid barium metal reacts with aqueous silver nitrate to produce silver metal and aqueous barium nitrate. So let's go ahead and underline all the substances involved. So the first one is barium metal, just barium, reacts with aqueous silver nitrate, so silver nitrate is next, to produce silver metal, so silver only, and aqueous barium nitrate. So we have barium, silver nitrate, silver, and barium nitrate again. So we will now write the final chemical equation based from this. So first one is just solid barium metal. So barium. So all we need to do is look up on the periodic table and see what is the symbol of barium with no charge. Most of the time you can have an idea in the given oxidation numbers below without the charge though. So among the three, barium can be found there. And barium from the word itself, so it's going to be obvious that barium is Ba. Take note, we don't need the charge for that, so that will just be Ba barium. So that's going to be just barium. And then it says metal, and there's a solid too, so that means it's pretty obvious that we need to put the subscript S for solid. After that, we have reacts with. So reacts with meaning plus. And then aqueous silver nitrate. So we have two names here, silver and nitrate. So how do we write silver and nitrate? So let me write that scratch here. Silver, I have to look at here, where is silver among the list? So silver is Ag, and then the charge is plus. So I'm going to write that down first, Ag plus. And then nitrate, among the three, nitrate should be this whole thing here, the one with the N. So it's capital N, big O, subscript 3, negative is the charge. So that's going to be NO3, negative on top. Now we're going to crisscross the way we should crisscross it. So both have no values. We're only crisscrossing the ones on top. So there are no values here. So it's understood to be 1. So that means 1 will be there. And then 1 will be here. 1 means no change at all. No change with the subscript. So it's basically just putting the two things together. So that will just be Ag and NO3 put together. So this is our silver nitrate. So that's what we will place here. And that will be Ag NO3, and it says aqueous. So the symbol for aqueous is AQ, and that will complete the silver nitrate. And then after this, it says to produce. Produce means we're going to have an arrow going to the right. So to produce. So the first substance is just silver metal. So silver only. So if it's silver only, all you need to do is find its symbol. And silver is Ag. So that is just Ag. And because of the word metal, we're going to make it as a solid. So silver solid, or AgS. Then after that, the word and is a plus. And so the last one is aqueous barium nitrate. What is barium nitrate? So two names again. If it's two names, we're going to pick the oxidation numbers and crisscross. So barium is here. It's Ba2+. And nitrate is here. So we have NO3. Negative is the charge. And we're going to crisscross again the ones on top. The one here from nitrate will become the subscript of barium. So barium will just have nothing because it's a 1. And the 2 here will go to the nitrate. However, if you can recall, the crisscrossing of polyatomic ions, if we're placing additional number aside from the existing subscript in here, we need to put a 2 here beside 3. We have to make sure that we protect and secure the identity of NO3. So when we're placing a number after the 3, we should not confuse ourselves, but we have to retain the NO3. So it's important that we need to enclose the NO3 in a parenthesis before we put the 2 that we're transferring there. So in a way, the nitrate is protected and we are not changing whatever is its identity, which is the NO3. So NO3 is retained here. So barium nitrate overall is written as just Ba. 1 is not written anymore, and then open parenthesis NO3, close parenthesis, then the 2 that we transferred, you put it outside as a subscript. So that barium nitrate will be written here as Ba NO3, close parenthesis 2, and because it says AQs, so therefore we need to put AQ after it. And that is examples.